Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wealthy Life, a channel for your personal growth, awakening, and financial wisdom. Have you ever caught yourself asking, I have a decent job, friends, maybe even a family, so why do I still feel empty? Why does unhappiness quietly creep in, even when life looks okay on the outside? This question resonates deeply in today's world. In an age of endless choices, opportunities, and comforts, many of us feel more disconnected, anxious, and unsatisfied than ever before. Why is that? And more importantly, what can we do about it? Let's dive into the roots of this modern unhappiness and explore how we can truly shift our inner state, not just our outer life. Why does unhappiness linger, even when life seems fine? 1. You're chasing more, but don't know why. Modern society has wired us to always want more. A better job, a newer phone, more likes, more validation. But here's the twist. The pursuit of more often comes from a place of not enough. You think getting that next thing will make you feel whole, but it doesn't. It might give a temporary high, but it fades, and the emptiness returns. Psychologist Carl Jung once said, "People do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own soul." We stay busy to avoid asking the deeper questions. What really matters to me? Am I living according to someone else's expectations? Until we ask these, true contentment remains out of reach. 2. You're living someone else's dream. Ever noticed how your life sometimes feels like a performance? You picked a career because it was stable. You stay in a relationship because it looks good. You suppress your interests because they seem silly. The result? You slowly lose connection with your authentic self. Steve Jobs once said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." Jobs dropped out of college, took calligraphy classes, wandered, failed, and yet these unproductive years led to one of the most impactful careers of our time. Many of us, however, are taught to conform instead of explore. This disconnect between who we are and how we live quietly drains our happiness. 3. You mistake comfort for fulfillment. We equate comfort with happiness. Soft beds, Netflix binges, food deliveries, scrolling for hours. But comfort doesn't always equal fulfillment. In fact, too much comfort can numb your spirit. Fulfillment often comes from growth, effort, risk, even temporary discomfort. Zhuangzi, a Chinese Taoist philosopher, once told a story of a frog in a well. The frog believed its tiny world was all there was until it was shown the vastness of the ocean. Many of us are that frog comfortable, yet unaware of the life we're missing. 4. You ignore your inner voice. How often do you sit in silence, without distractions, and actually listen to yourself? We live in a noisy world. Every second, we're bombarded with information, opinions, and comparison. It becomes hard to hear our own truth. People are scrolling through how to be happy videos instead of simply sitting with their emotions and understanding them. You can't heal what you don't feel. So, how can you break free from this cycle of unhappiness? Let's shift from questions to action. Here's how you can start reclaiming true contentment. 1. Practice intentional disconnection. Set aside time every day to unplug from devices. Use this time to journal, walk in nature, meditate, or simply do nothing. Naval Ravikant, tech entrepreneur and philosopher, emphasizes the power of silence. He once said, "A busy mind is never at peace. Happiness is a quiet mind." Even 10 minutes of stillness can help you tune in to what truly matters. 2. Reclaim your narrative. Ask yourself, whose life am I really living? Create space to reflect on your own values, not what your parents, society, or Instagram says. If no one judged me, what life would I choose to live? Vincent van Gogh was considered a failure during his lifetime, but he lived fiercely true to his art and inner calling. His joy wasn't in fame, it was in self-expression. 3. Pursue what makes you feel alive, not just safe. That thing you've been putting off, the hobby, the trip, the book, the business idea started, even if it's small. Fulfillment is often found in creation, not consumption. A woman named Joan was a broke, unemployed single mother when she began writing a story about a young wizard on napkins. She followed her spark and became J.K. Rowling. Don't underestimate what lights you up. That spark could transform your life. 4. Redefine happiness as a state, not a goal. Happiness isn't something you achieve and then keep forever. It's a practice, a state of mind you cultivate. Try these practices: gratitude journaling, 3 things a day; movement, even a walk can lift mood; mindfulness breathing, pause; inhale, exhale. These aren't quick fixes, but they rewire your brain over time. 5. Surround yourself with real, not perfect. Find people who are honest, supportive, and vulnerable. You don't need more followers. You need real connection. The longest-running happiness study by Harvard showed that the quality of your relationships is the strongest predictor of a happy life, not money or fame. If you feel unseen or unsupported, start by being that person for someone else. Real connection is a two-way street. A final reflection: maybe you're not broken. Maybe you're just disconnected. Let's end with a story. There was once a man who traveled the world in search of treasure. After decades empty-handed, he returned home only to find an old box buried beneath his childhood tree, filled with gold coins left by his grandfather. Sometimes what you seek out there has been within you all along. You are not broken. You are not behind. You may simply be disconnected from your truest self. Reconnect, reclaim your voice, and choose a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. 5 reflective questions to ask yourself tonight. 1. What truly makes me feel alive? 2. When was the last time I felt genuinely at peace? 3. What am I doing just because others expect me to? 4. If money was an issue, how would I spend my days? 5. What's one small change I can make this week to reconnect with myself? Happiness isn't a destination, it's a direction. The more you return to yourself, the more peace you will find. So pause, reflect, choose. Your joy begins not with more, but with meaning. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, like, and share the video. May you soon discover your true direction in life.